Hello there, I'm Josh, this is Alex, we are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you as well. Today we are continuing our watch of Star Trek, the original series, but this isn't just any episode, this is the first and I believe the only time we'll be watching a episode of this series that is a part 2, a continuation of the previous episode. Alex, how are you feeling after watching part 1? We made the joke in the last episode that we always feel like it's going to end on a cliffhanger. This one actually did. So how are you feeling going into this one?
You know how I feel about movies with part 1s and how I hate that title. Like when we saw Dune and it said part 1 at the intro, I'm like, you just know. It's like, you're not going home satisfied. You're going to go home like, damn it. And, but I didn't feel that feeling. Maybe because I know the next episode's right here and we're watching it a day later, but I was excited. Like all these questions kept popping up, and I wanted the answers so bad. The aliens, those people, what exactly happened to Pike? What is driving Spock to do this? There's so many questions. I'm so excited. I got my red shirt on today. I'm ready to get killed. So I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. And that first episode, I really did enjoy. A lot of you guys enjoyed it as well because it did really well, and a lot of comments flooded in about the episode. Some of you called it your favorite Star Trek, the original series episode, of all of them. So yeah, really enjoyed seeing those comments, and yeah, I'm ready to just jump right into it. If it's your first time here, though, and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, become part of the target audience. We're watching this. We're also watching Moon Knight, the MCU series on Disney+. We're watching Barry, the HBO series, and we also occasionally watch movies, review movies, react to movie and series trailers. So subscribe, watch all that good stuff, and leave the video a like so it can reach other Star Trek fans out there.
You must see the rest of the transmission.
Space. The final frontier.
Guess it makes sense that the cold open would be a recap.
It's the first episode that has something to do with another episode.
Imagine not watching it the previous week on TV, and then that recap's like the first time. You're like, wow, this is a lot.
I know that it just drops us into stuff, but wow, this is very detailed.
Actually, yeah, I'm curious to see if it'll say part 2 when it shows the episode title. Yeah.
There you go.
Images continue to be transmitted to us from Talos 4.
Captain Pike had been knocked unconscious and captured by the Telosians.
Telosians.
Can you understand me?
It appears, Magistrate, that the intelligence of the specimen is shockingly limited.
Oh, they're speaking telepathically.
As you can read in its thoughts,
oh, the
it is only now
veins.
beginning to suspect that the survivors and encampment were a simple illusion we placed in their minds.
Now, unless you want my ship to consider capturing me an unfriendly act.
You'll now see the primitive fear-threat reaction. Frustrated into a need to display physical prowess, the creature will throw himself against the transparency.
There's a way out of any cage, and I'll find it.
The cage.
We can soon begin the experiment.
I really wonder if there was any inspiration from these characters for, like, the Watchers from Marvel, because they look so similar.
Giving the specimen something more interesting to protect.
Please, we must hide ourselves.
I was in a cage, a cell, in some kind of a zoo.
The Telosians controlled his brain.
And could make him live any place, any time, any situation they wished.
Nice.
Here comes Mungo. Oh my god. Oh, take a back bump. Take a back bump. Oh! Oh.
Nice.
Right in the ass. No! Ah! Ooh.
Was she trapped as well?
Why are you here?
Please you.
Are you real?
As real as you wish.
Oh, no.
I can become anything. Any woman you never imagined you can have anything you want in the whole universe.
Do you think Spock's taking him back to this place so he can, like, live happily ever after in his mind? So he doesn't have to live it.
That's a great theory.
So he doesn't have to live in this miserable, just staring in his room.
All circuits engaged, Mr. Spock.
Standing by, number 1.
Also, I like how this crew just brings everybody down.
Not just 2 or 3 people convenient to the plot. Whole team's going down. Might I know, I think this is the first time we've seen anyone wear eyewear.
Yeah.
At all. I believe George Lucas has said, like, no one in Star Wars wears glasses because glasses wouldn't be a problem in the future. But there are 2 characters that I know that wear glasses. But they weren't in the original. But they were in The Mandalorian and Rebels, so long after his time.
Disengage! Top of that nose should have been sheared off the first second.
Maybe it was. Their power of illusion is so great we can't be sure of anything we do, anything we see.
What if it is open?
When dreams become more important than reality, you give up travel, building, creating. You even forget how to repair the machines left behind by your ancestors. You just sit, living and reliving other lives. I'm a woman, as real and as human as you are. We're like Adam and Eve.
Oh my God.
The whole deep talk about just using the tools of what was left behind. It's like, whoa, this is pretty deep and feels kind of how life is now.
And I can also understand why in the 60s a studio executive would watch that pilot and go, what the hell is this? We're not putting this on TV.
Where are the cowboys?
You overlook the unpleasant alternative of punishment.
So it's hell? They send them to hell?
Oh my God.
In their mind, basically?
From a fable you once heard in childhood.
Wow.
Why not just put irresistible hunger in my mind? You can't, can you? You do have limitations, don't you? All I wanted for that moment was to get my hands around your neck. The primitive thoughts put up a block you can't read through. All right, let's talk about the girl. You seem to be going out of your way to make her attractive, to make me feel protective.
This is necessary in order to perpetuate the species.
Well, that'd be necessary only if you intend to build a family group, or perhaps a whole human community.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they literally said that already. They want to prolong the species.
Are those genes?
In the future on Earth, genes still exist.
Is it good to be home?
They read our minds very well. Anything else I want, if I cooperate, is that it?
My, it turned out to be a lovely day, didn't it?
Honestly, doesn't sound like too bad of a proposal.
I'd take it.
We're in a menagerie, a cage.
No,
I can't help either one of us if you won't give me a chance.
they can't read through primitive emotions. But you can't keep it up for long enough. Year after year, tricking and punishing.
Damn, I wonder how long she's been there.
I can't help but love you.
Whoa. We're moving too fast, lady.
And they expect you to feel the same way. Forget all that.
That's Vina again?
I just love that both us and Captain Kirk are reacting to this episode. It's very meta.
We're watching them, watching aliens, watching this.
And then they had sex.
So they went back up, now they're going back down. What just happened?
The women!
No, let me finish!
They don't work.
They were fully charged when we left.
He doesn't need you. He's already picked me. Picked her.
There was a Vina listed on that expedition as an adult crewman. Now, adding 18 years to your age then.
18 years. Jesus.
Oh boy.
It's not fair. I did what you asked.
Since you resist the present specimen, you now have a selection. The female you call number 1 has the superior mind and would produce highly intelligent children. The other new arrival, the factors in her favor are youth and strength. plus unusually strong female drives.
They basically said, she's smart, but the other one's young and horny. Oh, they're going to try to get the phasers.
Ah! Oh, they can't be that dumb. Ah!
You stop the solution or I'll twist your head off.
No fear. You gotta admit, it's pretty stupid of them to try to sneak those phasers out without setting up some kind of an illusion to distract them. That was pretty dumb.
Just literally just reaching
And they weren't,
in.
yeah, and they weren't working either.
Bet you've created an illusion this laser is empty. I think it just blasted a hole in that window and you're keeping us from seeing it.
Well, there you go. There's that. Ah!
Captain!
That ape costume was so fucking funny.
Oh, they blew a hole in that whole thing?
So they were right. They did.
Oh, they were actually shooting through it.
Look, I'll make a deal with you. You give me proof that our ship is all right, send these two back, and I'll stay with Vina.
It's wrong to create a whole race of humans to live as slaves.
The weapon is building up an overload, a forced chamber explosion.
We had not believed this possible. The customs and history of your race show a unique hatred of captivity, even when it's pleasant and benevolent. You prefer death. This makes you too violent and dangerous a species for our needs. Your race would learn our power of illusion and destroy itself too.
Damn.
We have transporter control now.
Let's get back to the ship.
I can't go with you.
Oh, her looks were an illusion.
It's Harry Mudd. Damn it, you found me. Oh.
You see why I can't go with you.
This is the female's true
Oh,
appearance.
because they crashed.
But they had never seen a human.
Oh.
They had no guide.
You'll give her back her illusion of beauty.
And more.
What's happened to Vina? Isn't she coming with us?
No, and I agreed with her reasons.
Commodore, don't you think that...
What?
What?
What you now seem to hear, Captain Kirk, are my thought transmissions. His presence there and in the shuttlecraft was an illusion. It was thought the fiction of a court-martial would divert you from too soon regaining control of your vessel. Captain Pike is welcome to spend the rest of his life with us.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Even if regulations are explicit, you could have come to me and explained.
Ask you to face the death penalty, too. One of us was enough, Captain.
Damn, Spock.
General Order 7, prohibiting contact Talos 4, is suspended this occasion. No action contemplated against Spock.
Chris, do you want to go there?
What? Is that the directed by or?
Captain Pike has an illusion, and you have reality. May you find your way as pleasant.
I think I called that right about Spock wanting to take Pike back there so he can live out being happy instead of a miserable shell staring at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb I forgot up until the end that his accident and him being like all deformed had nothing to do with them going to Talos 4. It happened like a few weeks ago or whatever. I forgot.
Yeah, I totally thought that it did have something to do with that recording. I'm like, okay, when does he blow up? Especially when the one woman with the black hair like turned up her phaser. It's like, oh, it's gonna explode. I'm like, oh, is that how it happens? And it just never did. I'm like, yeah, I totally forgot. It's a separate event, but either way, you know, I think sometimes there's kind of a little bit too much of the old footage. I think. But it was interesting, but it's like the entire time we're just watching Kirk just watch something.
Yeah.
And like the tension and just building up is like it's killing me. I'm like, come on, what's the deal here? Especially since it was a span of 2 episodes instead of 1. But yeah. But it ultimately led to some more Kirk and Spock developments. Like, you could have just asked me, you know. And he's like, I thought one death sentence was better than two. I'm like, damn. It's like, okay. Well, he did what we thought was right, and he thought it was logical. And even though he is still part human, you know, he can see little hints of that there. It's very neat, very nice little two-parter. It's weird that how that's the only one in this series.
Yeah, I understand why, since the bulk of this episode was that old pilot. I do kind of question, maybe the you guys watching can leave this in the comments. You know, I feel like I got the whole gist. Like, I feel like I got the whole story of that unaired pilot. Maybe the ending is a little bit different because, you know, they don't go back right at the end. Like, they just leave that planet, presumably. But I don't really see a reason to watch that, you know, additionally, unless there's, like, some extra scenes or something. But from the gist of it, I did enjoy John Hoyt. I wish he made it on to the regular series, the one who played the Doctor in that other crew. Unfortunate that he's not in the series, but yeah, really deep, very kind of like a smart, well-written episode, and I do think it is an odd choice for a pilot, and I do kind of sympathize with why back then it wouldn't have been picked up as a full show, because it is very kind of like, you know, you have to really think about it. It's very you know, sophisticated for just a TV show. So I totally get why that didn't end up being the original pilot.
Yeah, Gene Roddenberry's writing there was just like, damn, especially, you know, the tools of what's left behind, people have forgotten about through illusion or whatever. That whole bit, I wish I could remember the whole thing, because I'm like, damn, this is deep, and like this is like extremely deep, and like still applies today. And that's just good writing, man. Good writing lasts, you know. Or read and listen to good writing, and years later you'll still find something new about it, and like, oh wow, I didn't even think about that. It's a credit to Mr. Roddenberry and all involved.
Absolutely. And then the ending twist with the what are they called? The commander? The commander not being...
The Commodore?
Commodore not being real, I guess. Great twist, although it does leave me with a lot of questions, but I'm not going to think about it, because who cares?
Yeah.
Which cool twist.
Yeah, which means Spock from the very beginning was telecommunicating with these people. The video was an illusion, because the entire time I forgot about it. Like, how are they filming this? But all the illusion stuff was great. We called a couple things, like, oh, I bet the door was actually blasted open. They just can't see it. And it was. It's like, holy shit. Very neat, very neat.
So yeah, really enjoyed it. Wish there were more two-parters, because I think there's a lot of stories that could use it, but you know, it's nice that we have this one, and it was cool to see. So leave down in the comments below anything maybe that we missed or we didn't talk about here that you really liked about the episode. And we're going to continue to watch this series, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Watch this with us, as well as all the other things here on the channel you can go check out that we are watching or have watched, and become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience, where content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you guys as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.